Namaste Gurukurians. Hope that you all are fit and fine at your home, studying well and taking care of yourself and your parents and using your time constructively. In my previous videos, we did the introduction of the author and we read the chapter Ishwan the storyteller, and today I am here with the third video for this chapter, and in this video we will discuss the theme of the chapter and the character sketches, right? So let's start. First of all, we will do the theme of the story. As you know that I have already written the theme on the board to save your time so that you can understand the theme of the story properly, right? So let's start. So my dear student, as you know that this chapter is about the storytelling, right? And the name of the chapter is Ishwan the storyteller, and it is all about the art of storytelling, right? So the theme of the story is the art of storytelling. A good story becomes interesting only when the narrator twists and turns the action to make the story surprising yet plausible, right? So as you know that in the story, Ishwan, the master of this art, right? Ishwan is the master of this art, and he told all his story, he narrated all his story in a very skillful manner. As you know that he narrated even a single and small incident with many details, right? So Ishwan, a master storyteller, told gripping stories in a graphic and dramatic manner such that his listeners listened to him in rapt attention. As you know that his listener, who was his listener? Who was a listener of his story? His master was the listener of his story, and he used to listen his story with a rapt attention, right? So, once the story of a female ghost that he recounted so terrified his master that he quit his job and left that haunted place. As you saw in the lesson, when we were reading the lesson, as Ishwan told the story of that lady ghost in such a manner that Mahendra started to believe in ghosts. As at the first he was saying that I don't believe in such things, and he was saying that there is nothing like ghosts, there is nothing like supernatural powers in this world. But when Ishwan told him the story of ghosts of that lady, he started to believe in ghosts. And as in the story you saw that at the night he was very afraid and he broke out in cold sweat and fell faint on his bed, right? And the next morning he ran to his office in a hurry, and there he submitted the paper of transfer and left that haunted place. So it was the art of storytelling of Ishwan that made him to believe in supernatural powers, spirits and ghosts. Another theme is that nobody is free from fear, right? So the another theme for this lesson is that everybody has a fear in his heart. Okay, sometimes we show that we don't afraid of anything, but everybody has fear in his mind. Everybody accepts the presence of ghosts and spirit, but feels hesitant to express his fear openly. As in the story you saw that Mahendra was saying that I don't believe in ghosts and supernatural powers and anything else, and he was saying that there is nothing like ghosts in this world, there is nothing like supernatural powers. But at the end of the story you saw that he was also afraid of ghosts, he also believed in ghosts and supernatural powers. So everybody accepts the presence of ghosts and spirits in this world, but we feel hesitant to express our fear, right? If fear lies in our heart, we should try to know the proper cause of this fear. So, the message the author wants to give its reader that we should, if we have any fear in our mind, if we have any fear in our heart, we should try to know the cause of this fear, okay? And sometimes it happens that if we are afraid and we take some wrong decisions, as in the story you saw that Mahendra decided to leave that haunted place. In a hurry, he went to his office and then gave the papers for his transfer, right? So we should try to know the core cause of this fear, okay? If we have any fear, we should try to know the cause of our fear, and we should overcome of that fear, right? So these are two themes of the story, and I hope that this is clear to you. And now we will discuss the character sketches of the story. And as you know, there are two characters in the story, and both are main characters of the story. So we will discuss the both characters, right? So first of all, we will discuss the character sketch of Ishwaran. As you know that he is the main character of the story, and the whole story revolves around him, and even the name of the story is on his own name, right? So let's start. And I think that you are well aware about the character of Ishwaran now. Was a cook by profession, but by passion he was a storyteller, right? He was a cook by profession, but by passion he was a storyteller. Right, and he was like an asset to Mahendra. He was like an advantage to Mahendra, and he was a very dedicated servant. Okay, as you know that he did all the household chores for Mahendra, as he cooked his food, as he washed his clothes, and he did all the cleanliness of his shed. So he was a very dedicated servant, and he followed his master uncomplainingly to all his posting. As you know that Mahendra was a junior supervisor, and his job involved moving from one place to another, and with him Ishwaran moved with him uncomplainingly, right, to all his posting, and he did all his household chores. And as you know that he was a master of storytelling, and he told all his story in a very good manner, right? He was a master storyteller. Right? And he was fond of reading Tamil novels, Tamil books. He was fond of reading Tamil thrills, right? And he was very fascinated. He was very fascinated by Tamil books. As you know that his own storytelling was influenced by Tamil thrillers, right? And he described even a small incident, even a minor incident in detail, and all his stories were full of thrill, suspense and surprise, right? And as you know that he was able to improvise cooking materials, he was able to improvise means to arrange cooking material even at a remotest area, right? And he was able to make, or he was able to cook delicious food in a very brief time, right? And he was a very faithful servant, right? And as you know that when he told his stories, when he narrated his story, he used his body language, right? As you know that when he was narrating a story of a mad tusker, he was trying to imitate a mad tusker. He was jumping on the floor, and he was doing other things, right? And he was trying to copy a mad tusker to make his story realistic. And as you know that when he recount a story of a female ghost, his master was very terrified. His master was very terrified, and at the night of full moon, he himself saw a ghost. Mahendra saw a ghost in front of his eyes, and he broke into sweat. So it was the art of storytelling of Ishwaran that made Mahendra to believe in ghost and supernatural powers, right? And as you know that he has a shade of comedy in his character. He had a shade of comedy in his character, right? As after the ghost incident, right? After the night of ghost incident, he teasingly remind Mahendra about the moon and about that female ghost. And overall, we can say that the character of Ishwaran appeals its reader, right? The character of Ishwaran appeals its readers as it is a mixture. His character is a mixture of many qualities, as he was a good cook, or you can say a master cook, right? A master chef. And he was a master of storytelling, a faithful servant, and a very great entertainer, right? As in the story, you see that Ishwaran entertained his master just like a TV does, right? Ishwaran entertained his master just like a TV does. So he was a very great entertainer. So it was all about the character of Ishwaran. And now we will discuss the character sketch of Mahendra. Story, and Mahendra is a junior supervisor different sites, right? Two different companies, and Mahendra's works involved moving site to another site, right? He had a moving job, right? And he was, you can say, he was a very simple man. He was a very simple man, and he was a bachelor. He was unmarried, right? And he was quite accommodating, right? He was quite accommodating. As he adjusted well in odd conditions, right? And adjusted well odd conditions. As you know that he used to change his place. He used to change his place. He had to go one place to another. So he was quite adjusting and accommodating, and he can adjust himself in all situations, in all conditions, right? He was a disciplined man. As he used to wake up early in the morning, and he was fond of his cook Ishwaran, right? He was fond of his cook, and he thought that his cook was like an advantage to him, and he admired his cooking skills, right? He admired his cooking skills. He admired Ishwaran's cooking skills. And loved to eat the food, and he loved to eat the food made by Ishwaran, and he enjoyed his stories. He enjoyed his stories. He was very good listener. He was a very good listener, as he never interrupted. He was a good listener. As you know that he never interrupted Ishwaran when he narrated any story to him. Sometimes Mahendra knew very well that his stories are not real, but even then he never interrupted Ishwaran. He was very patient. As sometimes in the story you saw that Ishwaran left the story uncompleted, but Mahendra was very patient. He waited for Ishwaran to complete the story, right? And he was a rational man. He was a rational man. He never believed in supernatural powers. He never believed in ghosts, but he couldn't stop himself by getting influenced by Ishwaran's stories of that ghost, right? Of that woman ghost. And at the night of full moon, he was afraid of that ghost. He saw that ghost in front of his eyes and broke into cold sweat, right? So overall we can say that Mahendra's character appeals its readers, and he was full of many qualities, like he was a very disciplined man, right? A good listener, a patient, a hard-working man, right? So this was all about the chapter, and this chapter is complete now, and I will send you a PDF related to question answers, theme, character sketches and difficult words. So you have to write that PDF in your fair notebook in a neat and clean handwriting. Okay, so till then, stay home, stay safe. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.